Both Republicans and Democrats are trying to figure out what to do about what critics call one of Obamacare's most notorious side effects. Chief National Correspondent Jim Angle with the latest plans to deal with the so-called death panels.
There is one part of Obamacare that even many Democrats want to repeal, a board that has the unimpeded right to cut Medicare spending just as the baby boomers are retiring.
We have almost 230 bipartisan co-sponsors of this bill, and it is not a partisan issue. This is a bipartisan concern.
The House passed a bipartisan bill 2 years ago to eliminate the IPAB with 27 Democratic votes, and even liberal Barney Frank co-sponsoring the measure. The reason so many oppose it is the president would appoint 15 people to IPAB who would limit increases in Medicare spending to 1% faster than economic growth. And the law limits review of its decisions by Congress and the courts. Two Republican physicians, Senator Tom Coburn and Dr. Phil Rowe, wrote in the Wall Street Journal Thursday that IPAB is, quote, an administrative agency whose actions cannot be checked by the executive, legislative, or judicial branches. This setup shreds the separation of powers that is fundamental to the U.S. Constitution. That's why the Goldwater Institute is asking the Supreme Court to review the matter.
There is no other constraint on what the board can do. It could ration care, it can levy taxes, it could set price controls.
The Supreme Court of the United States needs to defend its branch of government and say, wait a minute, it's not proper on something of this measure to have only one branch of government making the decisions.
The law asserts IPAB's decisions could only be challenged by a 3/5 majority vote in the Senate, and though it's prohibited from rationing care, rationing isn't defined.
So if IPAB were to set a price of a surgery, a life-saving surgery, so low that no doctor would perform it, would that be rationing care? We don't know. That's up to IPAB.
That's why some critics call the IPAB a death panel. Not only that, after 2020, the law says none of IPAB's decisions can ever be challenged by anyone. Brett?
Jim, thanks.